the Philippines. Yeah, what a joy. So the joy to come back to again, my friends. I'll say those here for the first time, if you would please, click on the subscribe button and bell notification. See me change, see me fresh. New Philippine videos, motivational videos, and worldwide videos. Now, when we talk about the Philippines, you understand, this is a country that prides itself on having a lot of kids. They're in the Catholic tradition, and kids is important to the family. Family, nuclear family is composed of the mother, the father, the children, and it's a nice thing. Children. The Bible said that children can be a blessing or curse. You know what I'm saying? So everybody in the family, in the Filipino family, wants what? Children. But I'm telling you, man, whenever you come to the Philippines, if you're coming out here to live, I want to let you beware of the toxic behaviors of Filipino kids. I'm telling you, man, terrible. If you're like me, you were raised to be respectful. You were raised to be not raise up a lot of noise around adults, and you were raised to respect your adults. Respect your elders. And a lot of times, that's not the case here in the Philippines. Philippines children are number one, very, very respectful. Now I'm speaking on my experience, okay? My experience as an expat living among Filipino kids and families for many, many years. And I have come to notice that not only in the province, but in the city, Filipino kids are very, very disrespectful. When you talk to them, they don't act like they hear you. They keep doing what they just doing what they're doing. They don't say nothing back to you. And if they say something back to you, it's a smart remark. And they're very, very disrespectful to the parents, not only to the parents, but to people that talk to them, in general, adults. I find that very discourteous. I find that very regretful, because I'm not accustomed to that. In the United States, most kids won't be smart to adults, but here the kids are smart to an adult, and it's not called for. It's not that. But when you look at the behavior of the child, you got to look at the parent, So understand, when I'm talking about kids I'm talking about that were born from the 90s up to 2000, up to now. Those range are very, very respectful. When you talk about the teenagers, above that, like 20, 30, 40, those people are fine. But the kids that they had, the people that were born in the 80s, the children that they had, are very, very disrespectful. And you would think that when you come to the Philippines, the children would be conservative, respectful. And they got this thing, what they call this when you do this right here, the blessing. The kids, when they come to you, and you're an adult, you're an elderly person or older person, they actually put their hand on, they take their hand, you put it on their head, your hand and put it on their head. That's called the blessing. They do that a lot, but they don't respect the elders. They just do it out of tradition. They just do it out of custom. I've seen many, many kids do the blessing to some elderly person and then treat them like dirt. It's just traditional. It's just custom. But it's not practiced by the younger kids nowadays. We have children in our area, at least they're very, very loud, very, very noisy, and they could care less than kids. You see who hears them, you say anything, it's tough, man. I'm telling you. If you're the kind of guy like me, traditional, conservative, OG, you don't like a lot of noise, be careful when you move into these places, because there's going to be a whole lot of kids. Anywhere you move in the Philippines, you're going to have like people with dogs and kids. I know there's dogs and kids run together out here. Everybody in our complex or in our subdivision has at least 2 or more dogs and about 2 or more kids. So we're always a bunch of noise. And when I talk to kids, can you please keep it down? They're like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? They don't pay me no mind. So I'm telling you, man, kids here nowadays are very, very disrespectful. And if you say something to them, the parents might get on your case. And, you got to look at how the parents raise the kids. Parents, like Lisa D's age, Lisa D was born in the 80s. Her parents raised her to be very, very respectful, very, very courteous, very, very polite to everybody, especially adults. But the people that her generation raised, the kids that they raised, are totally opposite. So I'm not sure if it's the raising, how they did the children or whatever, but I'm telling you, guys, if you come out here, ladies and gentlemen, if you come out to the Philippines, be ready to be humbled and disrespected by the children. I know it's hard to take, but children here are like grown people, little grown people. they talk trash and everything, and you better not say nothing back to them. They'll tell the parents on you. Then you got warfare with the parents. You don't want that on your hands. So the best thing to do with these children out here, leave them alone. Don't even give them the time of day. Wave your hand and keep it going. Because the next thing you know, they want to cuss you out, disrespect you, because you asked them to, could you hold the noise down a little bit? They don't like that. They don't. And whenever you come to the Philippines, you live here, you're going to have a whole lot of noise. And when kids play out here, they have no respect. It's like a wild west. Everything goes screaming all day. From the hours of 3 p.m. to about 11 p.m. is nothing but noise, and it comes from the kids all evening long. And then sometimes they stay up later than that on the weekend. So I'm telling you, man. And when you ask them anything, they want to get an attitude with you. I'm telling you. Remember, toxic behaviors not only are with Filipinos, but they've been transmitted to the children as well. Filipinos have a toxic behavior because they don't like authority. They don't like to follow the rules. They always want to break the rules. The rules are not for me. No parking here, man. I'm parking here. That's me. I want to do it. You can't do it. That's how parents are, and part of that toxicity has been passed on to the children as well. So, and they don't like to follow the rules. They don't like to follow regulations. And when you say something to them, it's like World War III is getting ready to start. So I'm telling you, whenever you come to the Philippines, be aware of toxic behavior, not only of the Filipinos, but of the family, of the children of the Filipinos, okay? And God say, don't say nothing about their dogs. You're going to really be in trouble after that. Me and Lisa D had to say something about them dogs one day. We talked to the man next door to us. The dogs had a bad smell, and the smell was coming into our house. I said, sir, could you please do something about the smell in your house? The guy got all ticked off and everything. And then next thing you know, he came back and apologized, and he did something about it. It smells a little bit better now, but dogs and kids in the Philippines, beware. That's all I got. Real quick little note to you. To let you know, be ready for the dogs and the kids. Who let the dogs out? And then who let the kids out? That's it for now. This is BobbieD and... Say, take care. God bless. And peace. What you want? Buy something.